Hello, this is Sabika Syed and welcome to the print headlines. Petrol, diesel prices hiked by around 90 paise per litre in second hike within a week. For the second time in a span of 5 days, prices of petrol and diesel were hiked again today by about 90 paise per litre across the country and across all variants. With the latest hike, prices of the two retail fuels have increased about 3.90 rupees per litre since May 15, when it was hiked 3 rupees per litre after a span of 4 years. The steepest hike in the price of the two retail fuels has been observed in Kolkata, that is, in comparison to peers Delhi, Mumbai and Chennai. Andhra Pradesh bans bulk fuel sales at 4,500 outlets, caps container fills at 200 litres. Citing austerity measures over fuel supply because of the ongoing West Asia crisis, the Andhra Pradesh Civil Supplies Department earlier this month issued strict new rules to around 4,500 petrol and diesel outlets for fuel sales across the state. In an official order dated May 4, Civil Supplies Commissioner K. Kannababu directed all district collectors to ensure that petrol pumps fill fuel directly into vehicle tanks only. Finance Ministry says no plan to monetize gold held by temples. Debunking rumors and speculations, the government today said it is not planning to introduce a monetization scheme for gold held by temple trusts or any religious institution across the country. Finance Ministry clarified that claims suggesting gold plates on temple towers, doors or other temple structures will be considered as strategic gold reserves of India are false, misleading and entirely baseless. Mallikarjun Kharge takes a snipe at PM on oil prices Adani matter, says lack of foresight leadership in BJP. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge today hit out at Prime Minister Narendra Modi over the fuel price hike, alleging that robbing common people and giving Adani a free pass from America is his compromise model. Congress President's remarks came after petrol and diesel prices were hiked by about 90 paise per litre, marking the second increase in fuel rates in less than a week. High Court seeks stand of Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia in criminal contempt case. The Delhi High Court today issued notices to AAP leaders Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia and others in suo motu contempt proceedings initiated by Justice Swarnakanta Sharma over an alleged scandalous social media campaign targeting her. A bench of Justices Naveen Chawla and Ravinder Dudeja issued notice to the politicians on the suo motu contempt case initiated against them by Justice Sharma and granted them 4 weeks to file their response. Supreme Court allows for euthanasia of rabid and dangerous dogs, refuses to recall directions to remove stray dogs from public institutions. The Supreme Court today refused to modify its November 7, 2025 order directing all states and union territories to ensure the removal of stray dogs from high footfall public institutions, including educational institutions, hospitals, sports complexes, bus depots, and railway stations, while clarifying that such dogs cannot be released back into these areas even after sterilization. A bench of Justices Vikram Nath, Sandeep Mehta and N.V. Anjaria dismissed all applications seeking modification of its earlier directions and also rejected challenges to the 2025 Standard Operating Procedure framed by the Animal Welfare Board of India, pointing to the alarming rise in dog bite incidents across the country. The top court warned of contempt for non-compliance. Court denies pre-arrest bail to Bhopal lawyer wanted for wife's death. Cops declare bounty for information. The death of 33-year-old model and actress Twisha Sharma has taken a critical turn as the Bhopal court has rejected the anticipatory bail plea of her absconding lawyer husband Samarth Singh. Following the court's decision yesterday, the Bhopal police officially announced a cash reward of 10,000 rupees for any information leading to his arrest. Twisha Sharma's family wants the case to be moved to UP or Delhi. Mother says Twisha was subjected to physical and mental abuse. Bailed mother-in-law alleges in-laws made money from her looks. 24-year-old woman ends life over dowry harassment in Greater Noida. Husband and in-laws held. A 24-year-old woman died allegedly by suicide at her matrimonial house in Uttar Pradesh's Gautam Buddha Nagar district following harassment by her in-laws over dowry, police said yesterday. The woman's 26-year-old husband Ritik and her father-in-law Manoj have been arrested, the police said, adding that they are investigating the matter even as the woman's family alleged she was killed for dowry by the in-laws. Deepika got married to Ritik around a year and a half ago. Woman's family alleged she was killed over a Fortuner car and cash. Supreme Court sends Dr. Subaiya murder case accused to life imprisonment. The Supreme Court today set aside a 2024 Madras High Court decision acquitting the 9 accused persons in the 2013 murder of neurosurgeon S.D. Subbiah near Bilroth Hospital in Raja Annamalaipuram in Chennai. A bench of Justices M.M. Sundresh and S.C. Sharma upheld the trial court judgment of conviction against the 9 accused, including P. Panuswamy, his wife Mary Pushpam, their sons P. Basil and P. Boris. The trial court had sentenced 7 accused, including the father and the 2 sons, to death for the murder in August 2021. CBI arrests another accused from UP's Muzaffarnagar in Adhikari's aide murder case. The CBI has arrested a man from Uttar Pradesh in connection with his role in the murder of West Bengal Chief Minister Shubhendu Adhikari's aide Chandranath Rat. Rajkumar Singh, believed to be a key accused in the case, was arrested from Muzaffarnagar yesterday. He has been taken to Kolkata to be produced in the court there. Messi tour organizer files complaint against former West Bengal minister, former top cop for sabotaging event. Lionel Messi tour organizer Satadru Datta has lodged a police complaint against TMC leader and former West Bengal sports minister Arup Biswas and 3 others, including the state's former top cop, alleging they were responsible for the chaos that unfolded at the Salt Lake Stadium last December and that he was made a scapegoat out of it. Datta lodged the complaint at the Bidhanagar South Police Station last evening, in which he also named former DGP and TMC Rajya Sabha MP Rajiv Kumar, the minister's kin and Kolkata Municipal Corporation Councillor Juin Biswas and INCA Department Secretary Shantanu Basu, holding them responsible for the stadium mayhem. Supreme Court refuses to entertain plea over renaming Navi Mumbai International Airport. The Supreme Court today refused to entertain a plea seeking direction to the centre to take a time-bound decision on the Maharashtra government's proposal regarding the renaming of the Navi Mumbai International Airport. The bench said it was not inclined to entertain the plea challenging a November 2025 order of the Bombay High Court, which had dismissed the petition. The Maharashtra government had proposed to rename the Navi Mumbai International Airport as Lok Neta D.B. Patil Navi Mumbai International Airport. Putin to attend BRICS Summit in New Delhi in September. Russian President Vladimir Putin will travel to New Delhi for the BRICS Summit, scheduled to be held on September 12 and 13, Kremlin confirmed today. India, which holds the BRICS chairmanship this year, is set to host the annual summit in September. The visit comes amid deepening strategic and defense cooperation between India and Russia. It will mark Putin's second visit to India within a year, underlining the continued high-level engagement between the two countries. Putin had earlier visited India in December for the 23rd India-Russia Annual Summit in December 2025, during which he held extensive talks with Prime Minister Narendra Modi on expanding bilateral cooperation across key sectors. Civil criminal cases against Adani dropped by Trump administration after $10 billion investment pledge. The Trump administration yesterday moved to dismiss criminal fraud charges against Indian billionaire Gautam Adani, while also settling alleged Iran sanctions violations involving one of his companies. Adani had been accused of agreeing to pay $265 million in bribes to Indian government officials, so a subsidiary of Adani Group, Adani Green Energy, could win approval to develop India's largest solar power plant and then misleading US investors by providing reassuring information about the company's anti-corruption practices. Prosecutors said he and his alleged co-conspirators raised more than $3 billion by hiding their corruption from lenders and investors. The Adani Group has consistently denied wrongdoing. Xi Jinping hosts Vladimir Putin in Beijing days after Trump. Russian President Vladimir Putin arrives in Beijing today for a summit with Chinese President Xi Jinping, looking to deepen a strategic partnership stretching from Scandinavia to Southeast Asia. Putin's visit was announced just a day after United States President Donald Trump's departure from China following the American leaders' summit with Xi last week. While Trump touted broad trade deals, there is little evidence that the US and China made significant progress on the most contentious issues dividing Washington and Beijing, including Taiwan and the US-Israel war on Iran. Donald Trump says he held off on new Iran attack, upbeat for agreement. US President Donald Trump said he was planning a major new assault on Iran today, but held off as he saw hope for securing a so far elusive agreement to the end of the war. Trump said that he stopped his purported attack plan at the urging of Gulf Arab allies, which Iran has threatened with reciprocal attacks if the US and Israel end a nearly 6-week ceasefire. The US President said there had been a very positive development and that Arab allies said a deal was near that would leave Iran without nuclear weapons, which Tehran denies pursuing. Taiwan opposition vote to impeach President Lai fails. Taiwan's opposition lawmakers made a failed bid today to impeach President Lai Ching-te after the number of votes in favor of the motion fell well short of the minimum required. Lawmakers from KMT and TPP launched impeachment proceedings after President Lai Ching-te and his premier refused to sign off on a revenue sharing bill passed by parliament. Lai and his Democratic Progressive Party or the DPP have been locked in a bitter conflict with the two opposition parties that control the parliament since he took office in May 2024. The New York Times used the Pentagon a second time over Hexit's media restrictions. The New York Times has sued the Defense Department for the second time in 5 months, arguing that a requirement that journalists be escorted while on Pentagon grounds violates the First Amendment. The escort policy is an unconstitutional attempt by the Pentagon to prevent independent reporting on military affairs, a Times spokesperson, Charlie Stadlander, said in an email to the Associated Press. Elon Musk loses blockbuster OpenAI suit as jury says too late. A US federal jury ruled that billionaire Elon Musk waited too long to sue OpenAI and its co-founders, delivering a decisive victory to the ChatGPT startup and ending one of Silicon Valley's most closely watched courtroom battles. The swift decision caps a 3-week trial that saw a parade of tech titans take the stand, with Musk arguing that OpenAI's pivot to a profit-driven business betrayed its original non-profit mandate. Bumrah rested for Afghanistan test, Rahul replaces Pant as vice-captain. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are in the ODI squad as India builds towards the 2027 World Cup. Jasprit Bumrah and Ravindra Jadeja have been rested from India's one-off test match against Afghanistan in June, while KL Rahul has replaced Rishabh Pant as the vice-captain of the 15-member squad that will be led by Shubman Gill. The fixture is the first time India are playing tests since the 2-0 defeat to South Africa at home last November. That's all we have for you today. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest.